Okay, today we are making dandelion tea. I'm gonna go out to the yard. We have a lot of dandelions here all over the property. And so in this video, I'm just gonna show you how to make it, and I'm gonna give you all of the nutritional facts for dandelions and some other tips for why you should keep them in your yard and why they're not really a weed as much as they are a helpful little friend that's grown. All right, here we go. Enough to start with. So here we go. Okay, so it's time to make our dandelion tea. For 1 cup of tea, you're gonna need about 10 flowers. I'm gonna start with 2 cups of water because I'm gonna make a cup for both Zach and myself. So I'm just gonna put this in the pot. Allow it to come to a boil, and then I'll bring you back as I drop the flowers in. I am going to give my dandelions a quick little rinse, let them drain before we put them in the water to steep, just because I have noticed a couple little critters crawling around on there. So I don't want to rinse them too much, just because I don't want to get the nectar and everything like that, because that's what's going to help the plant to be, or the tea to be sweet. I rinsed them for about 10 seconds and there's a good little bit that came off, not too much, just some dirt mostly, but I'm just gonna leave them in here, let them drain a little bit more, and then we will go put them in the tea. All right, so now on to the educational purposes of this video, why you should keep dandelions in your yard as well as use them in your body. So first off, we will start with the environmental aspect. So dandelions grow where calcium is low in your soil, or where your soil is too compacted and it needs to be loosened up. So dandelion roots go really deep in the soil. They help to loosen everything up. That way everything around it that is either what you've planted, seeds that have dropped for plants, for trees, anything like that, they're going to be able to grow a lot better. With that being said, if you're trying to remove dandelions, chances are you're not going to do it. It's just not going to work because they do go so deep, and if you try to cut them off, then they just grow back even stronger because they have a job to do and they are determined. And then with the calcium aspect, if you go to a dandelion plant, which I have one right here, if you take a look at the leaves that are up against the soil and you see that they're standing up as these ones are, that means that the dandelion is almost done doing what it needs to, and it's not going to grow there anymore. However, if you look and it is flat up against the ground, which none of mine are because they've been here for so long, then that means that they need to stay in the soil. They need to do their job a little bit longer. So lastly, for environmental purposes to keep your dandelions, is that the dandelion flower is one of the only flowers that has both nectar and pollen, which means that it's good for pretty much any type of pollinator. Now for your body and the reason why you should drink it. First of all, you can drink the flower, you can drink the leaves, and you can drink the roots. They're all going to give you the same health benefits, but they're going to have a different taste. The root is going to be a bit more bitter, leaf is going to be about in the middle, it's going to be more green tasting, and then the flower is going to be the sweetest. But the health benefits of a dandelion is that they are antioxidants, they are anti-inflammatories, they help with water retention, they help with weight loss, they help to clean out your liver, and they help to make you less likely to have cancer, and they help with cancerous cells not mutating. Those are the reasons why you should drink them. Plus they just taste good. So we're gonna go in, the water should be boiling by now, and we're gonna make the tea. My water is boiling, so now I'm gonna take it off of the eye, just move it right over here, and we're gonna drop in our dandelions. So I already have 20 right here. You want 10 per cup of tea, and I boiled 2 cups of water so that Zach and I can both have a cup. So I'm just gonna drop them down in there. Grab a spoon. I'm gonna let that steep for about 10 minutes, and then I will come back with the rest of the tea recipe. All right, so it has been about 10 minutes. Our dandelions have been steeping, and now it's time to strain them into our cups and make the tea. All right, so now we're just gonna use about 2 tablespoons of honey per cup of tea. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour my tea in. I have my funnel just because my tea strainer is not quite big enough to fit the cup. One thing that I am gonna use is an unbleached coffee filter, simply because I don't think that these holes are gonna be small enough to keep everything that I want out. That being said, if you have a strainer with smaller holes, you wouldn't really need the coffee filter. I do recommend using unbleached so that you don't get the chemicals from the bleach. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour half of the liquid in 1 cup. I moved it over to the 2nd cup, and as you can see, there's a little bug there. So I'm definitely glad that I used the coffee filter. And then I'm just gonna pour the rest of the liquid into my 2nd cup. Okay, the dandelion tea has the honey. It is ready to drink. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and cheers.